When it comes to three-row family SUVs, few names carry the reputation of Toyota. And with the 2025 Grand Highlander Hybrid, Toyota is aiming to give families even more of what they want: extra space, modern tech, and the efficiency of a hybrid powertrain. But does this bigger, bolder version of the Highlander live up to the hype? But does it come with compromises you should know about? Today, we'll break it all down with the 5 pros and cons of the 2025 Toyota Grand Highlander Hybrid. So, whether you're a growing family looking for comfort and practicality, or just curious about Toyota's latest hybrid SUV, stick around, because this one might surprise you. This is Parth, and you are watching MotorNation. Let's kick things off with one of the biggest highlights of the Grand Highlander Hybrid: its massive cabin space. Toyota designed this SUV to truly live up to the grand name, offering an impressive 149 cubic feet of passenger volume. That makes it one of the roomiest three-row SUVs in its segment, outclassing rivals like the Honda Pilot and even beating the regular Highlander by a noticeable margin. The third row is a real game-changer here. Unlike most mid-size SUVs where the back row feels cramped and best left for kids, the Grand Highlander Hybrid offers enough legroom for adults over 6 feet tall to actually sit comfortably, with up to 33.5 inches of third-row legroom. In the second row, you'll find even more thoughtful touches. Buyers can choose between a 3-seat bench or captain's chairs, with the latter offering not only generous cushioning, but also heated seat options and independent climate controls. Families especially appreciate this setup, as kids or teens can adjust their own temperature settings without needing to ask the driver. Cargo space is just as practical, with 20.6 cubic feet available even behind the third row. Plenty for groceries or sports gear. Fold the seats down, and that figure expands to over 97 cubic feet, making it one of the most versatile hybrids for family life. Whether it's a road trip, a Costco run, or everyday commuting, the Grand Highlander Hybrid is built to handle it all with room to spare. Next up, the Grand Highlander Hybrid scores high marks when it comes to technology and connectivity. Right from the base trims, Toyota packs in features that many rivals reserve only for higher models. At the heart of the cabin sits a massive 12.3-inch touchscreen, one of the largest in its class, running Toyota's latest multimedia system. It's quick, intuitive, and supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so you can leave the cables behind. To keep devices powered, Toyota included not just 1 or 2 ports, but 7 USB-C outlets spread throughout all 3 rows, ensuring every passenger, from kids to adults, stays connected. For drivers, the 12.3-inch fully digital instrument cluster offers crisp graphics and customizable layouts, giving a modern and premium feel. Higher trims even include a 10-inch color head-up display, projecting speed, navigation, and safety alerts right onto the windshield for easier visibility. And when it comes to audio, the available 11-speaker JBL premium sound system transforms the cabin into a rolling concert hall, perfect for long trips. Heated and ventilated front seats are standard across many trims, while upper trims even add second-row heated seats and a panoramic moonroof to elevate the luxury experience. In short, Toyota made sure the Grand Highlander Hybrid isn't just about space and efficiency. It's a tech-forward SUV designed to keep modern families entertained, connected, and comfortable on every drive. Another standout advantage of the 2025 Toyota Grand Highlander Hybrid is its competitive starting price. With so much space, tech, and hybrid efficiency on offer, you might expect it to start well above $45,000. But Toyota has positioned it smartly in the segment. Base trims kick off at around $40,860, undercutting or matching several rivals. For context, the Hyundai Santa Fe Hybrid starts closer to $41,000, while the Mazda CX, 90 Hybrid easily climbs into the mid-$40,000 range. Despite this, the Grand Highlander Hybrid packs in far more standard features, including a 12.3-inch touchscreen, wireless smartphone integration, 7 USB-C ports, and Toyota Safety Sense 3.0 driver assist tech. Even as you climb trims, the value remains clear. The mid-range XLE trim hovers in the mid-$40 KS, offering heated seats, wireless charging, and a power liftgate. The limited trim adds JBL premium audio and ventilated seating, yet still stays under many luxury branded competitors. And at the very top, the Platinum Hybrid Max, loaded with everything from a head-up display to advanced driver assists, maxes out in the mid-$50 KS, while rivals like the CX, 90 PHEV, or Honda Pilot Elite can stretch higher with fewer hybrid benefits. In short, Toyota managed to strike the balance between affordability and premium features, making the Grand Highlander Hybrid one of the most compelling mid-price picks in the three-row hybrid SUV space. One of the biggest selling points of the 2025 Toyota Grand Highlander Hybrid is its impressive real-world fuel efficiency. For such a large three-row SUV, the numbers are eye-catching. The front-wheel drive hybrid variant delivers up to 37 miles per gallon in the city and around 36 miles per gallon combined, while even the all-wheel drive versions manage to stay comfortably in the low 30s. What makes this so impressive is the comparison. Most non-hybrid three-row SUVs, like the Honda Pilot or Chevy Traverse, struggle to break 22 to 24 miles per gallon combined. Even hybrid competitors, such as the Kia Telluride Hybrid or Mazda CX-90 Hybrid, tend to lag behind in city driving efficiency. Owners and reviewers alike have praised the Grand Highlander Hybrid for delivering numbers close to EPA estimates in real-world conditions, even when loaded with passengers and cargo. That means fewer stops at the pump, lower running costs, and a greener footprint, all without compromising the space and practicality that families demand. So, if you're looking for a three-row SUV that balances size with serious fuel savings, the Grand Highlander Hybrid makes a very compelling case. Rounding out the list of strengths, the 2025 Toyota Grand Highlander Hybrid carries forward something that Toyota has built its reputation on for decades: reliability and long-term value. Toyota hybrids are known for their durability and lower maintenance costs, thanks to a proven hybrid system that has been refined for over 25 years. And when it comes to resale, the numbers speak for themselves. On average, Toyota SUVs hold around 60 to 65% of their value after 5 years, which is significantly higher than many rivals in the segment. That means buyers not only get peace of mind while owning the vehicle, but also enjoy stronger returns when it's time to trade in or sell. In short, the Grand Highlander Hybrid isn't just a smart buy for today. It's an investment that continues to pay off down the road, combining Toyota's trusted dependability with the financial advantage of class-leading resale value. Starting off with the first drawback, the base hybrid powertrain. The 2025 Toyota Grand Highlander Hybrid comes standard with a 2.5-liter four-cylinder hybrid system, producing a combined 245 horsepower and 175 lb-ft of torque. While that's fine for light city commutes, in a vehicle this size, stretching nearly 201 inches long and weighing in at over 4,300 pounds, it does feel a little underwhelming. Owners have reported that while the SUV gets up to speed eventually, highway merging or overtaking can require extra planning, and the engine tends to sound strained when pushed hard. One driver on an early review forum even noted, "It's great around town, but once you got a full load of passengers and cargo, it feels like the engine is working overtime." For families who prioritize efficiency, the base hybrid still delivers a solid 36 miles per gallon combined, which is excellent for a three-row SUV. But if performance matters more, the jump to the Hybrid Max powertrain is significant, boosting output to 362 horsepower and 400 lb-ft of torque, with a 0 to 60 miles per hour time in the mid-6-second range compared to the 8+ seconds of the standard hybrid. So while the entry hybrid keeps costs and fuel bills low, it does come at the expense of power and responsiveness. Something many owners say is worth upgrading if you plan to use this SUV to its full family hauling potential. Next up, let's talk about the cabin quality. Now, the 2025 Toyota Grand Highlander Hybrid is undeniably spacious and loaded with tech. But when it comes to interior materials, it doesn't quite match the premium feel of some rivals. In the base XLE trim, you'll find a lot of hard plastics on door panels, lower dash areas, and center console surfaces. Even in the mid-level Limited, while Toyota adds some soft-touch padding and synthetic leather, it still doesn't quite rival the plush refinement of competitors like the Mazda CX-90, which uses genuine wood accents and quilted Nappa leather, or the Hyundai Santa Fe Hybrid, which has a more modern layered design and higher-end finishes. Owners on forums and early reviews often mention that while the cabin is functional and durable, true to Toyota's reputation, it sometimes feels more like a well-built family hauler than a near-luxury SUV. One reviewer put it simply, "It's big and practical, but sit inside a CX-90 after this, and you'll notice where Toyota cut corners." Now, things do improve at the top Platinum trim, where you get perforated leather, ambient lighting, ventilated second-row seats, and a panoramic roof. But at that point, the Grand Highlander pushes past $55,000, which makes buyers question if the cabin quality really justifies the price tag compared to its upscale competitors. Another drawback comes down to sheer size. The 2025 Toyota Grand Highlander Hybrid measures just over 201 inches in length and nearly 79 inches in width, making it noticeably bigger than the standard Highlander and even slightly longer than some competitors like the Hyundai Palisade. Now, this added size pays off in passenger and cargo space, but in tight urban environments, narrow parking garages, or crowded school pickup zones, it can feel like you're piloting a land yacht. Drivers often mention that visibility is decent thanks to the big windows and high driving position, but the bulk still makes parallel parking or squeezing into compact spots a nerve-wracking task. Toyota does deserve credit, though. Its engineers gave the Grand Highlander a surprisingly tight turning radius of around 37.4 feet, which is better than many SUVs in this size class. That means U-turns and neighborhood maneuvering are easier than you'd expect for something this long. Plus, standard features like a rear-view camera and available 360-degree surround view system with parking sensors help take the stress off in busy areas. Still, owners who regularly drive in the city or live in urban areas say it can feel cumbersome compared to mid-size options, and it's something worth considering if most of your driving is in tighter spaces. When it comes to driving feel, the Grand Highlander Hybrid clearly prioritizes comfort over excitement. The steering is light and easy, which makes highway cruising relaxed, but lacks the kind of feedback or sharpness that driving enthusiasts might crave. In everyday city use, that's fine, but on winding back roads, it feels more like a big family cruiser than a driver's SUV. Body lean is also noticeable in corners, something that's not unusual for a three-row SUV weighing around 4,300 to 4,600 pounds, depending on trim and powertrain. Reviewers point out that even the more powerful Hybrid Max with 362 horsepower and 400 lb-ft of torque doesn't dramatically change the handling character. It's quick in a straight line, reaching 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 6.3 seconds, but the suspension tuning keeps things soft and predictable rather than sporty. So while the Grand Highlander Hybrid excels at being smooth, quiet, and functional, driving excitement is one area where it falls short. Now, one of the biggest draws of the Grand Highlander Hybrid is, of course, its fuel economy, but real-world results tell a slightly different story. On paper, Toyota's EPA numbers are impressive. 36 miles per gallon combined for the base front-wheel drive hybrid and 27 miles per gallon combined for the Hybrid Max all-wheel drive. But once you get out on the road, conditions can make a big difference. Owners in colder climates report that efficiency often drops into the mid to high 20s mpg during winter, as the hybrid system has to work harder to keep the engine and cabin warm. The more powerful Hybrid Max, while quick and capable, tends to return closer to 23 to 25 miles per gallon in mixed driving. And some drivers even mention dipping to around 22 miles per gallon on the highway if they're fully loaded with passengers and cargo. That's still better than most non-hybrid three-row SUVs like the Chevy Traverse or Honda Pilot, which average in the low 20s at best. But it's a reminder that the Grand Highlander's stellar efficiency depends heavily on how and where you drive. In short, the EPA ratings are achievable, but real-world numbers often paint a more conservative picture. So, after looking at all the pros and cons, the 2025 Toyota Grand Highlander Hybrid proves itself as a family-friendly, fuel-efficient, and tech-packed three-row SUV. Its spacious cabin, modern infotainment, and Toyota's proven reliability make it a compelling choice for families who need comfort, convenience, and long-term value. That said, it's not perfect. The base hybrid can feel underpowered. Some interior materials and lower trims fall short compared to rivals, and its large footprint and comfort-focused handling mean it's more functional than exciting to drive. Real-world fuel economy can also dip under certain conditions, especially in the Hybrid Max. Still, for buyers prioritizing space, efficiency, and dependability, the Grand Highlander Hybrid delivers a balanced package that's hard to beat in its segment. For those looking for a more premium feel or a sportier drive, rivals like the Mazda CX-90 or Hyundai Santa Fe Hybrid may be worth checking out. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like, leave a comment, and subscribe to MotorNation for more in-depth SUV reviews and automotive insights. Until next time, drive safe and enjoy the ride.